Mike touched on the analogical nature of light. I always like that aspect of it. So I'll give you an analogy. When I was growing up, we would, my brothers and I would spend the summers at my grandparents' resort in northern Wisconsin, and it was on a lake. And sometimes, the lake had really two parts. There was a northern part and a southern part connected by a channel we called the Narrows. And on a really dark night, if you were coming in off the lake, you would come through the Narrows, and if the light wasn't on our dock, they had about maybe 5 miles of shoreline where they were the only cabin on that side of the lake. And I remember my grandmother had warned us, we called it Loon Island, but it was really just a rock pile, like about this big. Two of my friends and I camped on that one night. And a lot of boats ran aground on that in the dark of night. So coming through the Narrows, you would look, and if you didn't see the light on the dock among that expanse of black, then you had a pretty difficult time. You had to very carefully make your way over there. But I remember coming through, and there's the light, and you just go straight for it, and you're safely home. So if you read in Proverbs today, it said, but the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn that shines brighter and brighter until the full day. But the path of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know over what they stumble. When you first get saved, and maybe a few years after that experience, I did get saved, I experienced that light of dawn. If I had been back on the lake as the sun was coming up, I wouldn't need that light, because at dawn there's just enough light that you can make your way out. And when you first get saved, you have just dawn's light, just that little bit of light. But as we grow in the process of sanctification, it becomes brighter and brighter until we reach the full day. And as you're older in your spiritual walk, things become much clearer. Before I was saved, I walked in darkness, and I stumbled over things I didn't even know what they were. I would follow my heart and my desires, and it was always a disaster in life, and I ended up unhappy, and I didn't know why. And that's really the state of so many people today. So then we come to John 8:12, and we think about these words. And therefore Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. So that's a wonderful promise from the Lord for us that saves us from that dark path that we were on.